Hey everyone, my name is Benjamin Snavely. Welcome to Lost Connection Tarot. In front of me, I have the Nicoletta Sicoli Tarot. This is my wife's tarot. She loves it. This reading is for Sunday, September 13th, 2020. It's a daily reading. It's a 5-card spread, something I designed. It takes me a while to think about my intentions to the cards, so I've already done that. Now I just need to simply cut the deck and then get into the reading. Okay, so here we go. All right, so the first card right here in the middle is the overall energy of the day. Okay, I did it towards me, so we got the Three of Pentacles. Let's see if you can see that. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. It looks like Alice in Wonderland with the caterpillar talking to Alice. And the Three of Pentacles is simply building something that you can put into the world, something that takes cooperation, a community. It's already within the process of being built, and you're putting it into the world. So the Three of Pentacles is simply working together cohesively with other people to build something larger than yourself. So that energy is reversed today. So, I mean, it is Sunday, it is the day of rest. So I don't imagine you working too hard with other people. More than likely, people probably don't see eye to eye with you based on career, based on what you want to do. It seems like everybody is going to be separated in how they access wealth or money, and that's okay. You are simply going on your path and other people are going on theirs. Maybe at one time you thought you could be cohesive together and create some new idea, some new thing that you can put here in the world, a product, a company, a family, life, generational wealth. But that simply is not the case for today on Sunday. It just seems like everybody is going to do their own thing in the energies of going to the direction of their wealth. So I will do my business. My wife will do her business. My parents will do their business. And I'm not saying we all own businesses, but it's just we each individually will go out and attain wealth or finances or any type of accumulation of money through different means, and it's simply just not cohesive where we're all working together on the same project to make a community that is enriched by this singular entity of work. Okay, so it simply just means separation today, everybody doing their own ideas of what brings in money. The next card, we have the Nine of Swords. You can see the two children. Here they are. They're hiding from this bunny that is larger than life. And swords represent our thoughts. They can cut through falsehoods. They can cut through intellect. They're to the point. And swords specifically have to do with our mind and our thoughts. So here in the position, this actually is the wind position of the energy within us today. So the card is actually in the position of saying, what falsehood does my intellect want me to let go of because it no longer serves me? So here in this position, this is a falsehood. This is an old idea that is no longer necessary to continue this new path that people are currently taking, whoever's listening today. So at the Nine of Swords, you see all your fears. you see all of your criticisms, all your judgments. They're all coming up and out. The nine represents spirituality and completion. So you're basically going through a portal of change, and as you're moving into this new direction, this new world, this new life that you have created for yourself, old ideas are bubbling up, right? But you are protected from them as long as you continue to walk in love, as long as you continue to walk towards your convictions. The Nine of Swords, what it's saying is this falsehood, the idea that you have to be afraid of your fears, the idea that your fears are insurmountable, that they're bigger than they actually are. So your fears are coming up right now because you're so close to your goal. Um, and those fears are simply old ideas saying, hey, no, 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 it was comfortable doing this. Why are you going in this direction? Our body, our mind, everything, our emotions, we were all comfortable here. Yeah, your soul may not have been satisfied. You may have yearned for more, but the habits that you created was nice and comfortable. So the falsehood is simply recognizing that your fears do not control you. Your fears are not that big. Your fears are not something that you have to hide from. In fact, you need to face your fears. You need to walk into society. You need to walk into the world and say, this is my path and this is what I'm walking on. Now, obviously, respect other people just as you respect yourself. Be kind and considerate of other people's identities. Don't. Don't shit on someone else's identity, just like you don't want anybody to do that to you. So simply just recognize that fears are going to be coming up. You may be apprehensive to share yourself, but just recognize that those are manifestations within your head, and that it's not actually reality. And if you sit with your fears, if you sit with your doubt, and you recognize where they're coming from, you recognize that they no longer serve you, that was the old you, and now you are moving forward into a positive new direction, then these fears do not have any control or power to you. So today, your true intellect simply says, hey, this falsehood, this idea that these things have power over you is no more. I think you've been going in this direction for so long now that you do feel confident in your footsteps, in the direction that you are going. And so, even though you may be in a situation today that feels uncomfortable, where you feel like you can't be your true self, give it a go. Test the waters and see what people think. I think you may be surprised that people are simply just working on their own ways to have wealth, to have finances, to be comfortable in this world. And you feel that your ideas are not appreciated with people around you. Okay. And that's why you have this fear. But today it says, you know what? You don't have to be afraid. Walk your path, test the waters. Don't just bluntly say whatever it is you say, but do it with love and kindness. I think it's okay to share your truth with love and kindness, and to be considerate of others. All right. Now, the next card we have is the Eight of Wands, and this is in reverse. Okay, so wands represent fire. Wands are things that light us, that inflame us, that give us warmth and comfort, but they can also enrage us if they're manipulated, or if we don't understand them completely or ourselves completely. So at the Eight of Wands, we are looking at like lightning striking. Like this is like an epiphany. This is like this realization. Like this information is coming in so quick, that it just burns. It burns the surrounding atmosphere, because it was lightning that just boom. Here it is. And there's nothing you can do about it, right? It just comes so quick in an instant, you can't even prepare for it. And this is information. But here we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. Now, in this position, it's what can I do to be productive today in any of my physical endeavors? And it says Eight of Wands, but it's in reverse. So usually it's like, hey, you don't really have to do anything. Information's coming into you. Whatever is going on within yourself, whatever's going externally into your world, something is going to bring information into your forefront in mind. And then you will be able to have clarity of thought with whatever it is you are thinking. But here it's in reversed. So that means that things aren't clear cut. Things may not be lightning fast. You may still be searching, or what you're doing is you are letting your ego um, tell you what the answer is instead of letting it come naturally through meditation or just sitting in stillness and waiting for your intuition to release awareness into your intellect. So here, it is Sunday, and obviously being productive in our physical endeavors doesn't have to only do with money. It can do with our health. It can do with our wealth, our well-being. When you think of being productive in our endeavors, it's all about being balanced, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to create wealth here in this world. And to create wealth, we have to understand how money is simply energy exchanged, how energy comes and goes, the ebb and the flow. And it's all about being balanced in all other energies, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. If we're balanced, then we're able to create wealth here in this world. So being productive today, how do I do that in any of these physical endeavors that I'm trying to achieve here on earth? It seems like your intellect is trying to force uh, productivity, right? It's trying to say, this is what you need to do. And instead of it coming naturally, it seems to be manipulated from the inside. So just be careful of your thoughts today. This is your fire. So you're going to have this burning passion. And you're going to feel like, oh, I need to do this to be productive today. I have this clarity of thought. Everything has been purified and burned away that is no longer of value to me, and I'm going in this direction. But just simply be careful, because this Eight of Wands is reversed, and so it simply means that you may think that you have this epiphany, this clarity, but in reality, it seems to be coming from the wrong place. Okay, it seems to be forced instead of naturally just coming into you. So think less today and feel intuitively more. That way, this could be turned around. But again, since the question is, what can I do today to be productive in any physical endeavor? It's yeah. Just let's see what the cards say. Eight of Wands. I mean, it's information coming in, right? So it says, message of light and hope are coming to you from many sources. Pay attention or you may miss them. Be prepared to take swift action. So it's communication, flash of understanding, and quick responses. So you're not getting this flash of understanding, or maybe there's just communication that doesn't feel like there's clarity. It feels jumbled together. And that could deal with the main energy of the day, which is just people simply going in their own directions. And so the communication is not there. The clarity that you hoped for is not there. The flash of understanding or being quick-witted is simply not there today. So you defending your way of making wealth here in this world, whatever that is. Say, I want to be an artist, and your mom and dad don't approve, or your wife doesn't approve, or whatever. You're hoping for working together. Okay, you're hoping of having people on your side, and therefore you feel like you have cooperation and then someone on your back supporting you. But today it doesn't seem like that's the day. But that doesn't mean you have to fear that they're going to judge you or make fun of you or say this is a horrible idea. It just means the communication is not there today. The understanding, the clarity of thought is simply not there for everyone involved. Okay? So let's see what it means to harmonize our emotions. Again, it's reversed, and this is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, this is the Knight of Pentacles. So you see the pentacle up there, you see the little helmet right there, and so we have the Knight of Pentacles. And so the Knight is, think of a teenager. It's someone who is pure in heart, is using force and energy to get things done. So all of the knights, they brandish their element, and they fiercely go into the world, idealist, trying to be revolutionaries, trying to change the world through force. They haven't quite mastered the element. They don't sit as the king and queens do. They're a little bit more mature than the page. They're not childlike. They have a better understanding of the element, but they're using their intellect instead of their heart. Okay. And so that is where they're going wrong, and that's why they show extreme behavior with their movements. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that, in traditional decks like the Rider Waite, is where he is actually off his horse, and that means he's simply making a plan of action of how to achieve this wealth, how to mature and become the king or the queen of pentacles. So here, this message is reversed. So, but it's also in the water element of the reading, and in that, I ask the question, what can we do today to harmonize our emotions within ourselves? All right. So, with the Knight of Pentacles, it's the idea of making a plan. It's figuring out, okay, this is what I care about. This is my passion. This is how I'm going to bring wealth into my house. This is how I'm going to sustain that wealth. This is how I'm going to market myself and get customers and make this something that produces continuously. But your emotions today, if you need to harmonize your emotions today, you need to recognize that you're still in the beginning stages. The energy is here, but it seems like you haven't made a plan. It seems like you're doing the work. It seems like you are going in the direction that is purposeful to you, but you haven't necessarily laid out a systematic plan to see that you're achieving goals. Okay, I've hit this milestone, I've hit this marker, I can check that off, and now I can move on. Right. So it seems like you're putting your energy in a lot of different places, and things are happening, things are getting done. But you're doing it by yourself, right? It's not the Three of Pentacles. Um, it, so are you're currently moving in multiple areas, and to harmonize your emotions today is, it seems like you're not going to have the communication you want. It seems like people are not wanting to work with you cohesively to help you build this thing. It seems like your fears may feel large today, and you're on your own and you feel small and you don't feel like you can express yourself and or you can face your fears. And it simply is, in my opinion, your emotions. You are you you have this want. You want to be not a tycoon of industry, but you want to provide, and you want to provide the way you want to make money through the thing that you care about, the thing that alights your inner soul, your intuition. I don't want to be, a stockbroker. I want to be a teacher or whatever. But whatever, for whatever reason, people aren't supporting you. Well, that's all well and good, and whatever it is you want to be, that's your truth and that's your path. But it seems that today, to get people to understand you, to get people to work together, you need more of a plan. You need more of a systematic approach to say, like, look at the goals that I'm hitting and achieving, and you simply just don't have that today. And that's probably why you feel that your fears are large, that people are not there to work with you, that you don't have this communication set up where people are like, oh, hey, clarity, I see it. I see what you're doing. I see what it means to you. And I see that you're working hard, and I see that you're moving in this path. So, if you feel overly emotional today, just recognize that you still have work to do. You still need to make a plan. You still need to write things out. You need to put things in order of importance. And by doing that, I think you'll feel a little bit better about all of your energies today. Remember, it's Sunday, and most of us who are lucky enough have this as a weekend. And so this is a day where we can put in this energy to kind of figure out what steps I need to take to make sure that I hit the goals that are not just in my head, but now into reality. Because the last thing we want to do is waste time and energy on inefficiency and having to do something multiple times because we did it wrong the first time. Or once we got our plan in order, we recognize that that thing is not needed in that way because this other thing that we just now are getting to has to be done first or in this proper alignment. And now we have to go back and do this other thing again to simply fit the mold of whatever it is we're building. So make a plan of action. Recognize that your energy is good and what you're creating is good. Just be a little bit more, like I said earlier, systematic about it and make a plan. All right. And then finally, the last card. It is a wand. It is the Ace of Wands, the One of Wands. It's what you see on the tarot deck. And it is also reversed. And here, this is the fire energy of today. And it's saying, this is what my spirit urges me to face courageously. Like, don't back away. Okay. And it's the One of Fire. Okay, so what is that? So the fire, the Ace of Wands, is all about passion. It's all about your intuition, your gut, your spirit is has been has been put on fire. And so now you feel this fire, you feel this drive, you feel this movement like, I need to do something, I need to go in this direction. But at the One of Fire, it is simply only fire. It currently does not have um, emotion with it. So therefore, it doesn't have the direction that it's going in, or the cooling effect to have an understanding about it. So right now, it is simply just burning you, and it could be positive or negative. It could be burning negative things that don't serve you, like these ideas, these things that, like, no, that's not where I'm going to put my energy. But then it could also be just burning you where you feel uncontrolled, where it's like, I gotta move, but I just don't know how to move or where to move. And it's the Ace of Wands in reverse. So your passion is unbridled right now. It's out of control for today. So if you are around other people today and it seems like you might be with associates, you may be with people that you care about and you wanted to build something with, um, but whatever that is, your spirit um, is wants to be recognized by you and by your external sources, and but it's not, and therefore you don't have it under control because you don't have an emotional understanding yet of the thing that is burning you on the inside. Right now you just know you're burning, you know you need to do something different. You just and you think you know what you're doing, you think you know where you're going, but right now your spirit is just burning, and it's burning uncontrollably, and you just need to sit with it, and you need to ask yourself, why am I burning like this? Why do I feel this passion? Why do I feel this energy to move? But I don't have a system in place. I don't have clarity of thought or clear communication to express myself, right? I can't express what I want clearly and get people aligned with me, right? Because if you can have clear communication and you can express yourself with true intellect, then your passion would be more controlled because people would understand this thing that you're doing. But you don't have a system in place. You don't have an action plan. You're simply in multiple spots. And that's probably why people can't work with you, because you haven't figured out how to work with your own energy on the inside. And that's probably why your fears are larger than life right now. So you need to do some work on yourself. And what that I say it is you don't worry about outside people. Don't worry about people believing what you're believing, or accept your direction right now, because right now you're not truly convinced. You don't have an initial clear cut understanding of your passion. You know you know something needs to change. You know you need to go in a new direction. You know, this thing is powerful and it can take you to far reaches, far heights that you've never been before, because this is a new feeling, this urge. But you don't yet understand the source of it. So you need to sit with yourself today and try to understand why it's being uncontrolled, because maybe you have misheard it. Maybe that's why you're not being productive, because you're hearing the wrong message. You're not getting the right information. This is like God speaking to you, so to speak, right? It's like this epiphany of like boom, but you're mishearing your messages. So today, sit with your fire and say, I'm burning. Why am I burning? I thought I was burning because of this reason, but is it really because of this reason? And just try to understand where it's coming from. Try to put water, cooling water and emotions into it to help you give it a focal point, to help you give yourself a direction. That way you can start building more cohesively. That way you can make an action plan of where you're going and why and how to do it. And then your fears will not be larger than life. Then you will be able to have clear cut communication and explain to other people what it is you're trying to do and why you're trying to do it. And then you'll probably be able to have people see your vision and say, I can help with that. And now you have that three of pentacles, right side instead of reverse, because you focused on yourself. It's not the outside. The outside will be cohesive when you are cohesive with yourself. So if right now, if you're hitting roadblocks in your real life, it's because you have roadblocks that you have not cleared away yet within yourself. So today, sit with yourself, ask yourself why this passion is burning. You thought you knew the direction it wanted you to go, um, but maybe you were simply a knight, right? Um, and not the king or the queen yet, truly understanding it. So sit with yourself today, and resonate and try to understand the source of your passion, and that will help. So let's look at the numbers really quickly. I have an 8 and a 9. 8 and 9 is 17. 17 and 3 is 20. 20, and a knight card or a court card is a 1, and I have a 1 here. So 9 and 18, 17, 17, 20, 21, 22. Master Builder. Okay, so, you know, it's the master number 22. It doesn't divide. So you have power and you're in service and you're going in the right direction. You just have misappropriated and misheard and what the truth of the matter is. So go back to the drawing board today and just sit with yourself and try to understand true intention and what you heard a couple of weeks ago, and then now you are making this path. But today, go back to the drawing board and see what it is that you missed earlier. That way, you can make a proper adjustment. That way, you can make a proper plan, and then you can get things in place, and then you will have more clarity and clear-cut communication. Your fears will no longer be so large and seem insurmountable, and then people will be able to work with you in this world to help build your vision, something larger than yourself. So 31 minutes, it's a long-winded but very important message today. And I hope whoever listens to this message today hears it, takes it to heart, and sits with themselves and recognizes the truth of the matter. Because today it seems like we misheard, and we need to go back and see what it is that we missed. Well, there's a key integral piece of information that that would soothe our fire, but right now it's out of control. So we need to figure that out. So this is Lost Connection Tarot. This is a very interesting reading. Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you later. My name is Benjamin Snavely, and again, this is Lost Connection Tarot. Have a great day. Bye.